hunter. Some people are alive, 2 to the good on a pick 4 that started with a $50 animal. Vineyard Haven was something else as a 2-year-old. One here, one at Belmont right after, ran over in Dubai poorly and sat out since February. Munnings has John Velasquez. He's run 3 times today, and this horse Munnings has run triple-digit buyers left to right. Big Drama way outside is going to get support, watching things unfold inside of Big Drama. A Barcoa up, Joe.
Thanks, Kenny. We have a heavy favorite in this year's Travers, but Saratoga historically is the home of long shots. Charitable Man, very talented. We'll tell you if he could be this year's upset choice as we get closer to post time, where it's long been labeled the Graveyard of Champions.
It's a graveyard of champions because so many favorites have gotten beat at Saratoga.
So many good horses come here, and with a lot of expectations, and a lot of favorites get beat.
I think the competition always gears up at Saratoga. If you go back, you had those 3 Triple Crown winners running, and a horse called Runaway Groom beat them.
More favorites got beat here than any racetrack in America.
The richest event in sports, the Breeders' Cup World Championships, returns to a picturesque Santa Anita Park, November 6th and 7th. For the first time ever, buy your tickets online or call 1-877-TIX4-CUP. The Breeders' Cup is a proud sponsor of the V Foundation for Cancer Research.
The most powerful tool on the market today. It's the new TrackMaster Plus Pro, available for the first time on Equibase.com. Part of a complete new line of full past performance products. With the new TrackMaster Plus Pro, access unlimited data or customized reports to suit your own style, all in one easy package. Plus links to charts, videos, and much more. Unleash your inner pro with the complete new line of full past performance products at Equibase.com. Equibase, the official database of racing information.
There's a game with a spring training all its own. A game that's equal part brain, brawn, and business. A timeless tradition that stretches from Wall Street to Main Street and touches everywhere in between. A game rich in hard workers and unexpected rewards. A game that for many is more than a game. It is a way of life.
Updated ticket inventory at usopen.org.
It's a big savings event at Gettiker's Factory Outlet Store with thousands of appliances at liquidation prices. Top brand appliances like GE, KitchenAid, JennAir, LG, Samsung, and more. Factory overruns, many that are perfect and some that have small blemishes. Gettiker's Factory Outlet Store, name brand appliances at liquidation prices.
In today's economic times, it's more important than ever to have confidence that your financial services firm is putting you first. J.D. Power & Associates ranks Scottrade highest in self-directed investor satisfaction. Scottrade delivers the value and convenience demanded by investors.
For 30 years, Scottrade is focused on earning our customers' trust. I'd like to invite you to try us and see what makes Scottrade customers so satisfied.
Scottrade, reliable, stable, trusted.
Welcome to Gettiker's. It's St. Louis's first factory outlet store with name brand merchandise at liquidation prices. Top brand appliances, electronics, furniture, flooring, and mattresses. Save on factory overruns, some perfect, others with small blemishes. Gettiker's Factory Outlet Store, name brand merchandise at liquidation prices.
In the 1920 Travers, Manowar faced the only horse who ever beat him, the aptly named Upset. But unlike that previous meeting, there would be no poor start for Big Red, even carrying 129 pounds. His wire-to-wire win set a stakes record that would stand for more than 40 years.
Well, that is the walk through the famed clubhouse on the ground floor here at Saratoga. The white lines, the path that the jockeys take from the track back to the jocks room, walking right through the crowd. We'll talk more about that a little later on. Coming up next, it is the 25th running of the NetJets Kings Bishop, and this is a loaded field.
And right now, the public can't decide who should be the favorite. It's so loaded. Favorite's a good thing to be in this race, you know. 7 out of the last 10 runnings of the King's Bishop have been won by the favorite. Munnings and Captain Candyman Can at 5-2. Big Drama 3-1.
Jerry, this is a very interesting point in the 3-year-old season because these are horses that we've seen going longer distances against horses we've seen in the Travers, but now they start to define themselves.
Well, they're very good horses, but they're horses that are fast, couldn't carry their speed. They tried, couldn't carry it long. Munnings coming out of Haskell, led, couldn't hang on. Big Drama in the West Virginia Derby, led, couldn't hang on. They've got to turn back for the Breeders' Cup Sprint at some point, and the King's Bishop is the perfect place. It's always a very good race.
Set the table for us. What are we going to see here?
Oh, this field is loaded. 6 graded stakes winners, but let's start off our NTRA Advantage Story track with Sheikh Mohammed. You won't believe this. Godolphin Stable last fall purchased Vineyard Haven. You ready? $12 million. But he had a disappointing winter in Dubai. Now it's back to the drawing board and back to Saratoga, where last summer Vineyard Haven won the Hopeful Stakes. Munnings couldn't handle Rachel Alexandra at 1 1/8 in the Haskell, but that's no disgrace. And neither was Big Drama's runner-up finish at the same distance in the West Virginia Derby. He outran Mind That Bird. But the best career races for Munnings and Big Drama have been at 7 furlongs, as Jerry mentioned, the distance of the King's Bishop. And don't forget our co-favorite, Captain Candyman Can. His second to Quality Road in the Amsterdam at Saratoga is his only defeat so far at a distance of less than 1 mile.
King's Bishop coming up in moments. Hardspun won this a couple years ago. Kenny and Hank, where are you headed here?
Well, Hank, I mentioned a bit ago, John Velasquez is hot. He has 3 winners on the day. He rides Munnings, who's the 2-horse on the program, but breaking from the rail, something they probably don't love at this 7 furlong distance.
Well, he should be in a good position, though. Anyway, I like him on top, and I'm going to bet him in exacta boxes with Captain Candyman. Big Drama on the outside. I think we'll probably have the lead. Could be the one to catch, so I'm doing exacta boxes with those 2 and Munnings.
If Big Drama wins, my children will not be going to Tampa Bay Community College.
Stay alive in that pick 4, Kenny. The race is next. Todd Fletcher's Munnings could begin a dynamic double for the star trainer. And this Colts Shedrow buddy, Quality Road, will be the favorite in the Travers.
Because it is the Summer Derby.
It's a big race, and that's everybody's dream to win it in Saratoga.
Winning the Travers, and it's a big stepping stone for a rider. My greatest memory is most probably winning the Travers on Street Sense.
It was definitely a very special time for me. Just one of the things that were missing from the puzzle.
You almost envision it as a dream, or at least I do.
Kenny Hughes, the fastest sprinter of the year, anywhere in the world.
Kenny Hughes with a sparkling performance here.
The powerhouse who ran the fastest Vosburg ever.
Kenny Hughes, a sparkling 3-year-old to win it here.
See his first yearlings at the sales now. That strength and athleticism. You can tell Hughes the daddy.
New Formulator Web from Daily Racing Form is about to change the entire sport of horse racing. No, not like that. Like this. With Formulator Web, you get more of the information you need faster and easier than ever. There's nothing to install, nothing to download. Formulator Web is for every computer, every skill level, everyone who loves horse racing. In fact, once you experience Formulator Web, watching the races without it is going to feel like a whole other sport. Available only at drf.com.
A major spill on the far turn. Several horses have gone down. Skipped to the top. It's all lost their riders.
The Permanently Disabled Jockeys Fund provides assistance to jockeys who have suffered catastrophic injuries as a result of an on-track accident. These men and women face adversity far more than just their disabilities. Their personal lives and the well-being of their families are changed forever. Please go to pdjf.org for more information.
Champion, Lemon Drop Kid. Classic winner, Lemon Drop Kid. Grade 1 winner at 2, 3, and 4, Lemon Drop Kid. By leading sire, King Mambo. From the family of leading sires, AP Indy and Summer Squall. Lemon Drop Kid is well on his way to the top of the sire list. With Grade 1 winners, Lemons Forever, Citrone, and Christmas Kid. Taste the success. Lemon Drop Kid. Standing at Lane's End.
Monday, the longest day of the week, which gives you time to reflect on why you got fired from your last job.
It looks like a villain from a soap opera.
And the one before that. And the one before that. And this one. But soon Monday Night Football is returning to ESPN, which is the closest you'll ever get to your dream job, coaching Tom Brady in his return to Foxborough.
What? I cut the sleeves off because it looks awesome. Get your head in the game.
So keep that day job, because on Monday nights, football will be doing all the work.
The paddock at Saratoga, framed by white fencing, tall elms, and one statue of a past Travers winner. Sea Hero. In '93, R. Jerry Bailey rode the Derby champ. It was Jerry's second Travers win. Now the fans are gathered around to catch a glimpse of the next Travers winner. The question is, who will that be? And that will unfold as the day moves on. The Breeders' Cup World Championships will be run November 6th and 7th at Santa Anita. You can get great seats. Go to breederscup.com. It's like selecting airline seats. You can actually pick where you want to sit at Santa Anita for the World Championships. Next up here at the Spa, the 25th running of the NetJets King's Bishop. And this is a field that has attracted us all week long. And Munnings right now the favorite at 2-1. Big Drama, that outside post, 5-2.
Big Drama has the option. He's a very fast horse, but he has the option of laying off the pace, being about where he wants. Munnings from the inside doesn't really have that option. He will be off the pace, but his hand is forced by breaking from the inside.
Yeah, when you talk to trainers and jockeys and ex-jockeys about post positions in 7 furlong races, they all universally say number 1 is the worst. You don't want to be down on the rail if you can help it going 7/8 of a mile. But Munnings might be good enough to overcome it. He's got the right running style for this race, and he ran 2 dynamic 7 furlong sprint races against stakes horses at Belmont Park.
Yeah, and even though he was in front in the Haskell, he will not be here because he's not quite as fast as some of these sprinters. So he's going to have to get lucky and find a little seam. And with his slop coming back in his face, Johnny's going to have to find that pocket where he gets the least amount of mud back in his face.
We mentioned Big Drama. Big Drama is the 8th. Last saw Big Drama going up against Mind That Bird in West Virginia. Janine.
That's right, Joe. And in that race, he was clipping off some very fast fractions while 10 lengths in front in the West Virginia Derby. And Big Drama got caught on the wire. Now, trainer David Fox told me that Big Drama has gotten more aggressive as he's gotten older. Not necessarily a good thing. He said he would like the horse to be a little more tractable in today's race. And he feels that having the outside post will help. And jockey A. Barcoa told us that his intention is to try and get Big Drama to relax, sit just off the pace setters. He said he'll take a long hold of the reins, sit still, and hope that Big Drama cooperates. Joe?
Big Drama right now 5-2. Captain Candyman Can, the 3. Talk about connecting the dots to the Travers. Last time out, Captain Candyman Can, Jay Privman, behind Quality Road, our favorite in the Travers.
That's right, Joe, and he's the answer to a trivia question. Who's run the second fastest 6.5 furlongs in Saratoga history? Because Quality Road set that track record in the Amsterdam, but Captain Candyman Can, a gallant second in that race. His trainer, Ian Wilkes, told me that he thinks he's just a better sprinter, and that's why he's kept him here. He also has Warrior's Reward running in the Travers later on. He said the last race was disappointing in that he didn't win, having run so fast, but the important thing was that he ran well. He said for today's race, breaking from post 2, even though he's wearing saddlecloth number 3, he wants to get him in a stalking position behind a couple of the early leaders and then pounce down the stretch. So that's the strategy that they're going to use for Captain Candyman Can. Joe?
Thanks, Jay. And there is the $12 million colt, Vineyard Haven.
You got a Godolphin horse who had an outstanding 2008, a poor race in 2009, hasn't been all that impressive in morning workouts. And no, we're not talking about Music Note. We're talking about the other one, Vineyard Haven.
And according to those at the barn, he doesn't like mud all that well. He doesn't train in mud all that well, but they're running him anyway because they need a race to run him in.
Yeah, we were kind of watching the scratches this morning, Joe, to sort of see if Vineyard Haven would wind up running in this race or not. So it's going to be very interesting to see how he winds up performing on this stuff.
He did run third on a muddy track here at Saratoga in the Sanford last year. A pretty good effort because he had trouble during the course of the race. So you know, I don't think he mishandles it all that much.
Maybe they're running him because they need to start getting some of that $12 million investment back. What do you think?
Got to get a little return there. There's the two Munnings ready to load. Of course, the weather, a big story here. Jay, can you update us on the track conditions?
Well, it is obviously sloppy, as you can see. I talked to John Velasquez, who's riding Munnings in this race a couple of races ago, and he said the track obviously has a lot of water on it. And he said this is kind of a have and have not sort of track. He said if they like it, they'll run fine, but he says if they don't, you won't even find them. So he says, and you know pretty early on in the race as to how your horse is handling it. Joe?
Munnings, your favorite. Favorites have won 7 of the last 10 runnings. There's Todd Pletcher, the trainer. He will have Quality Road come Travers time. For now, he looks forward to Munnings in the NetJets Kings Bishop, and Tom Durkin will have the call.
Vineyard Haven moving into line. And Big Drama takes his post position on the far outside. They are in the gate for the NetJets Kings Bishop.
No. 1 second, boy. 1 second. No.
And the rock, despite the odds, gets away first. Big Drama off to a good start, too. Also out there early on is Prince Joshua, and Everyday Heroes comes up the inside. Everyday Heroes, Big Drama, and Prince Joshua's in between those two. Vineyard Haven's right up and on the pace, too. Right there, holding his spot at the rail. He's 4th. Despite the odds, one's in 5th, and Munnings is 6th, and he's only 3 lengths from that battle up front. Then a break of 4 back to Captain Candyman Can, who's trying to take hold of this track now. Then Not for Silver, and 7 lengths back to Flat Bold, who is off to a flat start. They're moving along here, a contentious opening quarter, 22 seconds flat, and stablemates. Vineyard Haven and Everyday Heroes are 1-2. They are head-to-head with each other. Big Drama's 3rd on the outside. Munnings being pushed along. He's 4th down toward the rail. Captain Candyman Can, he's now finding his best stride, and here he comes in a big way on the far outside. Flat Bold is also starting to kick in. The half was 44-3, and the field turns for home, and it is Vineyard Haven in front at the top of the stretch, and Captain Candyman Can coming on the outside, and Munnings coming up the rail, but it's still Vineyard Haven. Captain Candyman Can trying to wear him down. Vineyard Haven trying to gut it out another 100 yards. Captain Candyman, and he took a misstep right at the finish, and he still won. Vineyard Haven holding on there. He may have brushed with Captain Candyman Can when he took that awkward step nearing the finish line. Munnings was 3rd. Final time 1:22.1.
High drama at the spa on the slop, but the $12 million colt Vineyard Haven comes back to Saratoga, where last year he took the hopeful and takes the NetJets Kings Bishop.
You know, Joe, he broke pretty well, did Vineyard Haven with Alan Garcia. Took a mid-pack position, but halfway down the backside, he ran right up in there to take the lead, going head and head. But in the stretch, watch Vineyard Haven right there. Watch him take the gray horse, take that funny step outward, hitting left-handed as Alan Garcia. Boom! He runs into Captain Candyman. Now, there could be an inquiry here because he did cost Captain Candyman a little bit of momentum.
Could be an inquiry, should be an inquiry, and should be a foul claim, especially when you're talking about a margin of finish that was that narrow between Vineyard Haven and Captain Candyman Can. Doesn't take much to cost a head's worth of momentum at the finish.
Well, you could see almost immediately Vineyard Haven gained a neck advantage as soon as he bumped into him. So there you go. You got the inquiry sign up right now. And this number is most likely coming down.
I agree. Having seen that head-on replay now, this is likely to be disqualification. You know, this horse took an awkward step. He takes a lot of awkward steps. Vineyard Haven has some of the worst action for a $12 million horse I've ever seen. Boy, he can make a move pretty fast.
All right, there's Vineyard Haven right there. There's Captain Candyman under those arrows. The gray horse comes out right-handed. Does Alan Garcia hit? He'll switch and put his stick into his left hand right there. Bam! He hits Vineyard Haven. Vineyard Haven comes out right there. He bumps into Captain Candyman, and there is no doubt in my mind that this number should come down. And it's a shame because Vineyard Haven is the best horse in this race. He not only made a premature move down the backside, took all the heat from the inside, but he regained the lead and opened up. So to me, he was the best horse. Didn't have to do that to win.
Yeah, sometimes when horses get a little fatigued, they also become a little bit more erratic, and Vineyard Haven hadn't started since he ran in the UAE 2000 Guineas back in February, so he could have been getting a little bit tired also the last
And you're absolutely right, he probably was, but it's the responsibility of the jockey to hold him together and keep him straight, even if it means putting the whip away.
The young Alan Garcia, you can see him taking a look at the video board, an inquiry and an objection here in the King's Bishop. We will sort everything out, come back, give you the results. Of course, ever since Grant and Lee were entrenched in Civil War, the Travers Winner's Circle has been on everyone's most wanted list. Summer Bird was recently draped in Belmont white carnations. Quality Road was donned with the orchids at the Florida Derby, and many expect one of those two to be showered with Saratoga's red and white petals today.
New Formulator Web from Daily Racing Form is about to change the entire sport of horse racing. No, not like that. Like this. With Formulator Web, you get more of the information you need faster and easier than ever. There's nothing to install, nothing to download. Formulator Web is for every computer, every skill level, everyone who loves horse racing. In fact, once you experience Formulator Web, watching the races without it is going to feel like a whole other sport. Available only at drf.com.
Mug. Shot. Mug. Shot. Mug shot. A subtle reminder from Officer McNabb. If you're going out drinking tonight, don't drive. If you're going out for a few beers tonight, that's fine with me, Officer McNabb. But get behind the wheel in that condition, and I'll haul you off to jail. They don't call it a mugshot for nothing.
Contractors hate it when unexpected things happen, especially when it costs time and money. Protect utility lines, your crew, and your wallet. Call or click before you dig. Contractors dig a lot of holes. Don't dig up more than you should. Avoid the dangers. Call or click 3 working days before you dig. A contractor's job is to break ground, not the law. Call or click before you dig. Member Utilities will mark your dig site, allowing you to dig safely. Dig safely, it's the law.
That is Captain Candyman Can, who was coming on hard in the stretch right to the wire in a thrilling NetJets King's Bishop. And that is Alan Garcia, the jockey of Vineyard Haven, who waits now after just talking to the stewards as Javier Castellano awaits. Consensus here on the set is that Castellano's going to have a smile on his face, and Garcia's going to be thinking of what could have been.
Well, he looked worried, and he should be. There you go. It was taken down.
Such is the case. Captain Candyman Can, as Vineyard Haven taken down here after the inquiry and objection, and Captain Candyman Can, your winner of the NetJets King's Bishop here at Saratoga.
And there is a disappointed Saeed bin Saror you saw there. Godolphin finished first in 3 stakes races so far today. They won 2 and got disqualified now from the 3rd.
Don't lose sight of the fact that that was a tremendous performance by the horse, Vineyard Haven. Really, really good performance off this layoff.
Captain Candyman Can by Candy Ride, who stands at lanes, and the first DQ in the history of the King's Bishop. And let's check in with Janine.
Hey guys, I had spoken to Javier Castellano as he was just getting off the phone with the stewards, and he said to me, you know, Vineyard Haven bumped my horse twice in the shoulder when Alan Garcia switched to his left-handed stick, and he said when he hit my horse in the shoulder, he knocked him off stride and stopped his momentum. So Javier seemed to be pretty confident that this would be the outcome.
And it was Javier Castellano. In recent years, he's had Ghost Zapper, Bernardini in the Preakness, and now takes the King's Bishop here with Captain Candyman Can.
This horse is trained by Ian Wilkes, former longtime assistant to Carl Nafsker, and this is the first Grade 1 winner for Mr. Wilkes, who has got a real up-and-coming career as a trainer. Captain Candyman Can also flatters Quality Road as if he needed flattering.
I was just going to say that, and if Quality Road handles the mud as well as Captain Candyman does, you know, he might be the winner of the Travers.
That's a great point. Quality Road, who will be the favorite in the Travers. This is the horse that was with him in the Amsterdam, running second by 2 1/4 lengths.